Alright, I've been a busy little offline boy. I don't know if y'all can tell the difference. I always say that. Y'all can tell the difference. Here's the difference. Where I used to sleep used to be in there. Now it's filled in. And where I used to come out is right here. Now that's filled in. And as you can see, there's a hallway that leads to a ladder. Where does this ladder go, you may be asking? Let me show you. And as you can hear, there's cows. This goes to the house now. I got a little door and I cleared the little hobbit hole that I used to go in. Now I'm going directly in the house. And as you can see, the patio, is this called a patio? This is the deck, the front deck. The front deck is fully built. Now I can just go into the house and everything is not complete yet. I still got to put a texture on the roof. I just haven't found that texture yet. And as you can see, there's a bed and there's a room. And if I go in, there's a bed. I need to switch this because something had messed up. So let me switch that real quick and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, now here's the bed. And this is the room pattern. It's just, plain white walls right now because, it's like I'm just moving in, right? You got plain white walls, no pictures, no nothing, just a bed. This is the texture of the floor, which is oak wood covers with oak wood plank covers. And I just cut them down to fit, what the covers look like. And then this is the bookshelf. What I did with the bookshelf is I also cut that in half because it was the full block, but then I think it looks better as a half and it gives me a little more space to move around and put things. So I feel like this is a good little spot. And this is one of the back windows I created so that I can see my factory. And then I can see that, it's nighttime if it's, if I'm doing stuff in here. Time to sleep. Yeah, if I'm doing stuff in there and if I'm too busy and I'm just, doing my little thing, I can look outside and I'm like, oh, okay, it's dark now. Time to go to sleep. Look at the sunrise. This is a perfect angle. Straight out the bedroom to look at the sun. And also, as you heard, there were cows going on. And excuse me, what you doing? I got a little farm started to get some wheat so I can, breed up these cows. And, you know what happens when you breed up the cows. I had found a safari net, and by the graces of the video game, I end up only having one cow, and then the game crashed when I was out exploring. And as soon as I logged back in, there were at least like 12 different cows, and by my luck, I had the safari net on me, so I just captured one more cow, and I left the other ones out there because, just leave them. They're not doing nothing. I didn't kill them or do nothing with them. Just left them. So what I did, I had brought the cow back, put them both in the pen, and then I breeded them up. And this is the outcome of what I have right now. So I'm gonna breed these cows up, and I put particles on because me not having particles on had me confused on if they were feeding, if I was feeding them or not, because I couldn't see. So now I only have 2 wheat left, and hopefully the little wheat farm that I created, because I didn't know that you can't enchant a hole. Excuse me, witch, you gotta go. That's not a witch hut. And this is gonna be the storage for, why you do that? You tried to heal yourself as you was dying? No. This is gonna be the storage for everything that I produce here. So everything is, and this little one right here is never going to get harvested because this was accidental. Like I just wanted to test to see if I needed a water source in order to plant a seed, and I didn't. And this one right here just became just a little bit of an accident. So I put a fence around it, gave it its own light, its own little torch, and this would never get harvested. This would just be here forever. This is like the granddad the first ever of its kind. And these are the offspring of that. Not really, but you know, just in my mind, this is the first ever planet seed of this world. And these are its offspring. If you think about it, you know, it's a little bit deep. It's a little bit deep, you know. But how, I want to know, if I harvest these, I want to get the max amount of seeds that I possibly could get. So how would I go about that if I can't enchant a hole? Can I use like enchanted something to get the max amount of seeds that I can? Say, because I don't want to use a tool that can, like a shovel will break everything. So I'm saying if I use like an enchanted axe with fortune on it, would I get more seeds, or would it not produce? It just will give me the regular amount of seeds. Is it harvest time? No, 71, 86, 86, 86, 86. I need to, and I also need to put like a sprinkler system, because I think I do have a sprinkler system that can make it grow a lot faster. So I'm up. If I do, if I don't, then you know, it's whatever. But if I do have a sprinkler system that allows it to get water and grow faster, then I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna miss that opportunity to make the crops grow faster so I can harvest them quicker and get more food. Oh yeah, crazy. And I keep, in my head, I keep wanting to go into the hobbit hole, because I go up here and I turn and my mind still thinks that I have to go into the hole instead of going into the house. Like my mentality still wants to go into the hobbit hole instead of going into the big cabin that I've created. So I gotta get used to having this. It's like, oh, I'm getting used to having this. And I like the way this looks, like right here. Like it looks like someone came and they didn't truly demolish the tree. I mean, they kind of did because there's no leaves or whatever. And so it's kind of like I came in and I left the tree where it was and I just built a foundation around the tree. It's kind of like expanding its life, right? Because like this oak tree became these oak planks and became, you know, it's like the pillars and everything. Like, you know, I did destroy you, but then I also, you know, gave back. So yeah, this is the current setup right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this space because I have storage down there, and there is like a back. Cal, what are you doing? Is my Mac doing? Why can't I get that? Oh, my inventory is full. Duh. So yeah, there is a space back there that, you know, I don't think I can put anything back here because this is on the full block, so it cuts it into like 90 instead of it being 100% of a full block. It cuts it into a 90% full block, so I can't utilize that space. But I just want to do that because the door, or this little thing to my basement, the door had to be there, so I had to just, you know, move the wall up a little bit, but without moving the outside of the wall up. And I was just, you know, out at my blaze spawner and I killed a blaze and happened to receive a trophy. So now I have a blaze trophy, zombie trophy, and two squid trophies. Just, you know, just randomly. I don't know how the game gives trophies. I think it's, you know, it's part of one of the mods. I don't know if I explained this. This is going to be the farmhouse for all of that. And then that's the sawmill where everything that has to do with wood gets created there. And then there's going to be another layer on top of that with another type of business. And then I think this is going to, you know, this is going to be like, I don't know what this is going to be, because I think I've made it too big, because now it's kind of like a warehouse. Like it's warehouse size and not like just like if you were to go to your local wood cutting place, it wouldn't be this massive, because this is kind of like a factory. Like this doesn't even look like just some small little place you would go. This looks like, you know, massive. I need to clear my inventory. This looks like a massive factory that produces things but this is going to be another layer, and then I'm gonna see how high I can go, because that tower right there is pretty high and I can see the whole thing. And you know, some of these mountains are pretty high as well, so I'm gonna see how high I can go before my render distance becomes invisible. Cause you know, I'm 16, I can look 16 chunks away. So that's why, you know, I can see stuff like that in the background, and it doesn't look that far, even though it is. Let me go home and sleep. Let me go home in my bed and sleep for a while, and then I'll come back and I'll explain this little setup I got. I think because of how the bridge is set up, it makes me automatically want to go into the hobbit hole. So I think I need to create a separate bridge like over here that makes my mind, because this bridge makes me want to go here into the hobbit hole, because I'm used to going up the bridge, turning and going there. So I think in order to trick my mind to operate differently, I need to create a bridge here that as soon as I come up the bridge, it automatically says, hey, go in the house. Go directly to the door. So let me explain to y'all what in the future the building is going to look like or function like. Because right now I'm still using everything, and I have a little setup in the back, like my little power setup. Like I'm using solar power to power everything, and I need to create a structure around this. So you know, this wouldn't be a thing if you were to actually come here, right? It would be a structure around this, and you'd be like, okay, you know, what is that? What is in there? The curiosity of, you know, the mind, like, oh, what's in there? But you can't go in there. There's no access to there other than maintenance. Only people can go in there is maintenance people. So right now I have the sawmill here, but once I come up with a plan of what I want this thing to look like, then the sawmill is going to be like, it's going to be here because the power is here. So it's going to be like right here. And then what I'm imagining is I'm going to go get a villager and bring them here, or a couple villagers, and have them act as workers. So when, you know, I come here and want to do my work, it can just be like some movement going on around. But this is going to be here, and I'm going to create like, you know, like a receptionist thing or a desk, because anywhere you go, there's always a receptionist desk that you got to talk to somebody and give them what you want, and then the employees go do the thing. So it's going to be like a reception desk here, and then I'm going to talk to the employee, just be like, hey, how's it going? You know, I just want a couple of pieces of wood. Can you like chop it in this size? It's just imagination, you know, because, you know, I want to have a life in here, and I want to have just like create experiences, not only for, you know, entertainment, but just for fun sake, which, you know, also entertainment. So yeah, and then around here, because this is a big structure, I'm gonna have just like creative ways of things looking certain ways. Like I may have certain piles of wood, just like maybe like sample of things to you look at. Like it'll be like a sample of what they can do of all the things on the wall. So they're like, oh, if you want this type of wood, you know, or whatever type of wood, they have it. And if they don't have it, figure it out. So that's what, you know, one of these sites is going to be like a sample wall, then, you know, create like some kind of lobby to, you know, you wait, have a little bit of entertainment going on. And then upstairs, it's going to, because it's going to be a different thing. So upstairs is, I'm going to put maybe like, let me cover this up, maybe like a door here. So, you know, you can't access it at the moment until, you know, construction is done with up here. And then, you know, outside of the building, I'm going to put something like, I don't want to just call it sawmill, like, because that seems just too generic. I want to have a unique name to it. I just don't know what it is yet. So when I come up with the unique name, and also I think right here, I'm gonna take one of these out so it's not so uniformity. Take a couple of these. I think that's cool. I can't even pick that up. Let me put something in my backpack. Anything redstone related? Buckets? Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, once I come up with an idea of a name, I'm gonna put it right here. And this is not gonna be cobblestone. I'm gonna cover it up with the covers again. I think it's gonna be smooth stone. I think smooth stone is gonna look a lot better than cobble. That sheep never moves. Like it moves from here to there and then back there. So I think I'm gonna put cobblestone here just to make it look cleaner. And then I'm gonna write out whatever name that I want to call this business in the front. And then get everything in here done and looking professional business wise. I'm gonna have a lot of plans coming up. I gotta finish that. Then I gotta add bridge, clear the mountain, add some more structures to the factory, clear the towers out, cover all of this with dirt. Everything that you see is stone is going to be either taken out or just placed with grass or dirt. And then eventually back there is going to also, like, that structure or that dirt square right there is going to be all of my portals. So it got the nether portal in there. It has the cave world portal in there. And then it's going to have also the twilight portal in there. And then I don't know if I have any other portals to go into, but if I do, they're all going to be in there because this is kind of like, I guess, just the portal room, right? Have all of my little portals in here, which, you know, certain ones I can't really utilize. Like right now, the cave portal is probably the least one that I can use because I have to have multiple different things. Like I have to have multiple different things. I have to have night vision, and I have to have a bunch of just like, I don't know. And then, you know, the nether, and then the twilight portal is in the ground. Like you have to put a bunch of flowers around something, and then, I don't know, light it with something. Once I figure that out, like I'm gonna create something over on that side so it's not like this, because I won't be able to access it, and I don't know if everything being so close together would affect each other. So this is fine. Like these two being this close together is fine. I'm not going in there. But yeah, I'm gonna create a structure around a building around that. That's gonna probably be like, I don't know yet. I guess I call it the city, because, you know, the city, when you go into the city, it's multiple different just things. It's not just one thing. Like this right here, just one thing. It's just a farm. That's the house and factory and, you know, whatever. But when you go to the city is everything. It's not just one thing. So I guess I'm gonna label that as the city. And yeah, you know, everything is kind of close together, but I don't know. I like it close together. And also, I still have to go out and get the wither skeleton spawner and put it there. That's why that is just an open space. I gotta go into the nether, go get the wither skeleton portal, bring it out. And it like this one looks different. Yeah, this one right here is a little bit different. Like it's one block push back, because these four are all the same size. They're, you know, I don't know what they are, but they are all the same size. So all I did was push this one just one back, and it does the same thing. You know, it does the same thing. These are just switches, so when items get stuck, I can just turn it on, go back there and just turn it on, and it'll push the items or push the mob. And I accidentally, man, what did you give? You gave a lot of items. Let's see. Let me put some stuff in my, I need to, I don't know. I got a lot of stuff going on. I don't need that. Let it despawn. I accidentally broke one of the skeleton spawners. What happened here? Did I replace it? Yeah, I accidentally broke one of the skeleton spawners trying to get to the fan. So I need to kind of go back in there and replace that fan. Oop, I left my little spot open. Anybody in here? I left my little hole open. They probably know what's going on now. Oh, a little spot to go. We found him. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work. And also, I did my first ever live stream. And if you want to go see me live, I don't have a set scheduled day yet, I'm thinking of going live Fridays because, you know, it's the weekend and the next day if I do a all-nighter, I can just sleep. So I'm thinking about doing live streams on Friday. And if y'all want to see me live stream, it's on Twitch TV. Twitch, you can find me on Twitch. I don't know. Rec MC. WRXK MC. Where's my door? So let me try something out. Cause I think I have fortune efficiency. Okay, I got fortune on my pickaxe. So no, I gotta empty my pockets. Let me go empty my inventory and then I'll see something. I'll do an experiment. All right, inventory is clear. Now let's do my experimentation. Fortune on the pickaxe. Wait, let me do freehand first. All right, freehand. See how many seeds I get. I didn't get no seeds. Now let's try the fortune. 3 seeds. No seed. 5 seeds. 6, 8. So it's random. It's random. It's sometimes you get a seed, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get more seeds, sometimes you don't. That was random. No seeds. Oh. So sometimes you get seeds, sometimes you don't. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I don't like that. Because now it seems like it's gonna take me a lot longer if sometimes I get seeds and sometimes I don't. Sometimes, you know, it gave me 2 seeds, sometimes it gave me 3, sometimes it gave me none. So I'm gonna wait, I guess, for the whole thing to grow and then I'm gonna come harvest it. Cause I feel like that would be a lot smarter. What about you? Are you fully grown? You're fully grown. You're never getting harvested. I might even put a glass thing around you I ain't gonna put you on display. I'm not gonna put you on display. You're you. Even though that is kind of like a display, like that is kind of like a display. You know, it's like another one of those things. Like, okay, why is this one by itself? What is so special about just this one? It also brings conversation. It says, oh, what's so special about this one? Like if people watch my videos and they see that I just have one singular wheat with its own little fence around it, it might spark an engagement of why do you only have one wheat with its own fenced around protection? And then, you know, I can either say or I cannot say. You know, it's either Joe say or Joe no say. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for this to harvest, and while I'm waiting for this, not harvest, while I'm waiting for everything to grow, I'm going to work on the farmhouse. I got a lot of things going on. Like I said, I got a lot of things going on. Still gotta clear out the mountain. I'm all over the place. So I'm gonna work on the farmhouse. I'm gonna go look at a couple pictures, get some ideas going, and then build the farmhouse. And also, if anybody out there knows of any mod that's similar to replay mod for 1.7.10, or if you know how to get replay mod to work on 1.7.10, let me know. Put either down in the comments section of what mod that is, or find me on TikTok and message me of what that mod is and tell me, you know, give me a detailed, or show me, you know, you yourself record a video of how you got it working. I think that would be a better solution. Hey, hold on, guy. Hey, what you doing? What you was doing in there? Somebody said you can go in. What? I didn't see you in there when I was over here talking. I didn't hear you. He gone. Where did he come from? He just spawned up in here. Let me light this up. I think it needs some more light up in here. I didn't hear him. Did y'all hear him? I didn't hear him at all. Yeah, okay. Back to what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by some stranger in my building. If y'all know of any mod that is similar to replay mod, or if you know how to get replay mod working on 1.7.10, message me on TikTok at WrxkMC, WRXKMC, with the information. Until then, I'm going to get to working on the farmhouse. I cut a hole in the wall just to make the travel back and forth because I'm cleaning this up and I have to make multiple different trips back and forth. So I cut a hole in the wall just to make it a lot easier than having to fully go around. And then I also added some more storage chests. So I'm gonna get this organized. Not in today's episode. Like today's episode, you won't see it being organized. Like you won't see me opening chests and everything is in its correct place or wherever I'm placing something. It's just right now I'm just getting the things from outside and placing them inside. I don't know if I'm gonna take good old Tiki Smelter down. I don't know if I'm gonna take Tiki Smelter down because Tiki Smelter can cook up some meat. I may downgrade it. Like it may not be the full Tiki Smelter that you see right there, but it's gonna get downgraded a little bit, you know, because I don't need this whole thing. This whole thing was, you know, it was nice for what I was using it for, but now it's kind of, you know, it's not useless. It's just it doesn't need to be that massive. Just a lot of grass blocks and going back and forth from to back. You know, going that way and having to go saves me a couple, you know, steps. What's up, cows? I just went on ahead and cleared it all out. You know, I just cleared it all out, put it in my storage system. So everything just looks, you know, a lot cleaner. Even though, you know, I still gotta fill these in and fill that in, clear this out, fill it in. I still, like, I always say what I'm going to do and do the opposite of what I wanted to do. I said I was gonna work on the farm building. I didn't. As you can see, I didn't. I didn't look at no reference pictures yet. I just, you know, came out to look at the cows and then cleared out that little spot. But I ain't do nothing yet. I don't have enough wheat to feed the cows. I found a couple seeds. Okay, see, that looks about 66% harvestable. Let me go check it. Let me go check him. And see, 89. What are you? Why are you so not doing so well? Or maybe I just harvest that one so it's a little riper, a little younger than the others. Anybody in here? No. Okay. Good. I don't think nobody's in there because it's too much light in here. They won't go in here. They can't spawn in here. I mean, creeper can go in there, but other than that, nothing else can go in there. So, yeah, let me get to looking at some reference pictures and hopefully, you know, I have the materials to build it. If I don't, we gonna do something else. right, here goes the big reveal. You probably seen a little glimpse over on the side, but here's the big reveal. Here it comes. Here's the farmhouse. I'm not gonna leave it flat like this. I was thinking about leaving it flat, but you know, I'm gonna put a roof on it. I'm not gonna leave it just flat. And I also changed the fence. I put a white fence because you know, usually when you see pictures of farmhouses or farms, they have white fence around, you know, the farmhouse. Why am I calling this a farmhouse? What is this called? Is it a farmhouse? I don't know. Because I looked up farmhouses and it wasn't that. It was an actual house on a farm. And I'm leaving this one like this because, you know, special guy right there. Special guy right there. And all of these now have seeds on them. So all of them are planted. I still don't know if, no, let me do this on Camry. Where's my saw? My saw. Where is my saw? No, it wouldn't be in that bag. That bag is redstone bag. Yeah. Where is my saw? I could have swore I just had it on me. Saw? Does anybody see my saw? I know my saw didn't break that fast. It couldn't have broken that fast. It was a diamond saw. I guess it did. Well, let's see if I have any more of these smaller in my bag. Yeah. This is cobblestone. I'll take white cobble. Let's see. That. Yep. Right there. Put a little trim. Give the back some love as well. You know, don't want to leave the back open. Damn it. What happened there? Now I gotta fix that because I done ripped a hole into the thing. Easy fix. Easy fix. Yeah. There it is. This is the farm. Nothing inside yet. You know, it's just the farm, you know. And also, every part of this is a cover. Like I put the stone and then I covered it. Like this is a full stone block. All I did was put the cover on top, and then once the cover was on, I removed the stone block. So it's just one flat thing now. And I put some dark glass, and I also turned it into covers as well. And this is what it's looking like, you know. This is what it's looking like. Even though I feel like the background is taking from the actual farm, at least this part, you know, because it kind of looks like it ties into that, but it's not. It's just the way it looks. And eventually this will be out of the way as well. This is the farm. These are carpenter fences because this is floating. Like, let me take this out. Do I have any more carpenter gates? I do. Okay. Make sure I have some carpenter's gates so I can just do a little bit of magic right here. And you know, I can cover that up. I can do a little thing that I did there, which was take these and place it right there on the square. So because mobs can things can still slide through here, but if I put, hold on, let me find the square. Right there. If I put these here, it stops mobs and it stops even me from going in there. And it, you know, it doesn't look as just open and, you know, floating, because I don't want my gate to float. So I'm going to end the video here. You know, I built the farm, got the farm done. I did some work with taking all of the things outside and placing them inside the house. I also moved everything from the hobbit hole into the house. And I also created the bedroom, and now I have, you know, different places to work at. I got the factory when I want string and bones, and because I can turn bones into bone meal. I can turn rotten flesh into leather. I can turn string into wool, and I can use spider eyes for potions and whatever else I can use mob drops for. And now I have a basement, which, you know, I come in here, I added more storage, you know, a lot more storage. And if I need more storage than that, I'll just create another line, because I still have empty chests over here, which everything over here holds, I think, like 94 stacks. One chest holds 94 stacks of something. I still need to, you know, upgrade a couple of these chests. I think just that one. Yeah, just that one needs to upgrade. Other than that, you know, everything is coming along. Still got to work on the sawmill. You know, I'll work on that in the next video. guaranteed. You know, I'm setting a task to do, a list of something to do, which is create the sawmill, finish the sawmill as well. Finish it, not create, because it's already created. Finish it, get the outside details together, get the inside details together, and you know, everything will be cool. This is what the farm looks like from the distance of the cabin. Let me look at it through the window, see what it's looking like. It's a little blocked off. If I can, you know, cut some of this down without it exposing my attic or basement, not attic. You know, that works. I wouldn't be standing on the table, but you know, just for now, I'm just checking it out through the window. Looks amazing. I think so myself. I think it came out pretty good. You know, put some finishing touches on it, put the roof on it, and then, you know, create some other visuals, whether it be like a tractor around here or, you know, some different types of I don't know, maybe I'll just leave it like that. You know, put some carpenter stairs and then add some like transition to like step up, give it a, you know, some more little details. Cause I've seen some farms that had like lines, like it had like whatever the farmer was growing, but then in the middle it had like some black tar lines or some black stone lines that, you know, you don't step on the whatever you're growing, you step on the path and you pick it that way. So I was thinking, like, you know, I can plant some other things in front and then have that little path walkthroughs, and I'll get all of that into the next video. Once I get this done first, you know, everything will come together here, you know. But hope you guys enjoyed. Well, I gotta stop saying hope. If you guys enjoyed, like I always say, do all the things to show your support. And till the next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.